So my iPhone storage apparently cannot handle a 30-minute video, so I'll have to make a 2-part series of this. And yeah, I'm gonna talk about how to overcome your social anxiety in 9 steps, because I know the struggle and I've been there, and I think that social anxiety is incredibly useless. Now that I'm in a state of more calm and more peace around people, I see how much mental energy it takes to deal with your anxiety while you are in public. And yeah, I hope to ease your struggle. So the first step to overcoming your anxiety will be exposure therapy. I know that this is not what you want to hear probably, but exposure therapy will be your best friend. I learned in psychology class that 80% of cases of social anxiety can be helped with exposure therapy. So yeah, you have to basically put yourself out there, and it can be difficult, I know, but you need to expose yourself to your trigger. And you need to learn to create a sense of safety within yourself when you know that there is no actual threat around you. Obviously, our brains want to protect us, and there's a reason why maybe you feel like you're in danger or something, because you feel very exposed when you are around people. But the thing is that there's nothing wrong with that. No one is going to judge you, or no, actually people are gonna judge, okay? It's fine. No one is gonna hunt you or something if you show some sort of embarrassment or cringe or whatever, and you need to understand that. And also, no one is going to pay that much attention to you compared to what you actually think. So you have to get used to being perceived, and feeling safe with that. And you gotta be very gentle with yourself while you do that. For me personally, how I started was I just focused on creating that sense of safety. So I went outside, I went to a cafe alone. I would just sit there and not even stare at anybody. I would just sit there. I would study or something. I would try to not focus on the people, so that I could, stand being there. And yeah, you gotta take it easy. Which brings me to my second point. You have to be very, very gentle with yourself while you do that. You literally gotta gentle parent the shit out of yourself while you are on the journey of healing your anxiety. This has literally saved me, okay? This has literally saved me. Everywhere I would go, basically I would just talk to myself like I'm a child. I would be like, okay, we're going to the cafe now and we're gonna sit there, and if you feel like you're overwhelmed, you can leave at any point. And if you feel like someone is intimidating you, you can just turn away from them and you can focus on something else. You can just focus on studying. You don't need to look at people. You don't need to interact with people, whatever. And if I would walk outside and feel anxious, I would be like, it's okay, it's safe, you are safe, no one is hunting you, no one is gonna hurt you, nothing is gonna happen, you are safe, you are safe, you are safe. And yeah, this has helped me be more courageous when it comes to, really going out there and trying to feel more of a sense of calm when I'm outside. And yeah, I think that's it. Gentle parent the shit out of yourself. Then my third point is that you need to learn that embarrassment is harmless. Obviously, it's true that people are going to judge you when they judge themselves, like when they aren't able to be gentle with themselves, with their own cringe and their own embarrassment. They are also going to judge you, and they're also going to judge everybody else around them. But it doesn't matter, because that is their problem and you are not the problem, okay? Yeah, it's true, you can't escape people's judgment. And I think that's very scary, because I'm experiencing this myself right now. I am still cringing at my own videos. I'm cringing at certain things that I've said. And I know that some people are probably gonna judge me for them, but at the same time, it doesn't matter, because I think that there's always going to be something you say or something you do that is gonna be perceived as cringe or embarrassing. And if you have to stop yourself from doing things every time because of this, because you think that you might embarrass yourself, you're literally not gonna get anywhere, all right? So embarrassment is really part of the journey, and embarrassment is going to probably be with you your whole life, and you gotta accept that. Yeah. And yeah, whoever judges you, like, fuck them, okay? You're gonna get more confident the more you accept your cringe, the more you give yourself space to be cringe, right? And yeah, just allow yourself to be cringe. Cringe and embarrassment, it's harmless. It is harmless. It's not gonna do anything to you, okay? Period. And then my next point, number 4, is that you have to stop trying to avoid people's like stares and public spaces, public, like you being out in public. You have to stop trying to avoid that, because the more you avoid it, the worse it's gonna get. And the more you try to avoid stares, personally in my experience, the worse it gets. So if I'm going on a walk and I'm literally trying to avoid everybody and be like this, just stare at the ground and walk and try so hard to avoid everybody's stare, it's so mentally draining. I can't even explain, like, it's so mentally draining. And I think that if you really try and look at people and just look at them, it's actually so freeing. It's so freeing. Same thing with presentations. While I would do a presentation in university, I would try to stare at my script, and I wouldn't allow myself to look at the audience. And then the imaginary threat would get even bigger, So really, if you're comfortable, please try and look at people. It's not as scary. It's not that bad. And also, when you look at people, you're gonna see that actually they don't pay as much attention to you as you think, which is great. And also, for me personally, I was trying to avoid people's stares, because I thought that if I looked approachable to everybody, somehow, they would start talking to me, or like people would bother me with some kind of problem of theirs, or they're gonna come and talk to me about whatever. I don't know why I thought that, but I thought that, and I just wouldn't have the energy to do that, right? Like, I was in a state where I just didn't have enough energy for people in general, So I think if you are in that state right now, one thing you should do is be by yourself for a while. Like, you don't have to go out there necessarily if you feel like you don't have the energy for people, all right? And also, no one's gonna talk to you, okay? It's rare that someone's gonna stop you on the street and talk to you, I think. So yeah. Stop trying to avoid people's stares. It's mentally draining, like, it's incredibly draining. Okay, next point. I forgot. My next point is stop trying to hide your anxiety when you are outside. Actually, it is safe for you to show that you are anxious. No one's gonna do anything about it. Like, no one's gonna be, bothered about it. And so what I would do is I would walk on the street, and if I'm feeling anxious, I would literally start breathing deeply. I would be like, or I would put my head up like this, stare at the sky, try to relax, and ground myself. And I would also, or if I need to, I would like put my hand on my heart, and breathe, and just, go and really give attention to my anxiety so that I can ground a little, and I can let it go. And this is so helpful, honestly. And I think it's better if you stop trying to hide it. I think it makes you even more anxious trying to hide your anxiety. And for real, like, no one cares if you are anxious or if you're like showing that you're anxious. No one cares if you're on the street trying to calm yourself down. It's okay. It's okay. Like, you can do whatever feels natural to you in the moment to calm down. It's very helpful. Okay, please try it. And yeah, I think this is it for part 1, and I'm gonna do part 2 in the next one.